Hi Aquarius. This reading is being recorded in September 2019. The moon has moved into Pisces. It will be full in Pisces tomorrow, the 13th and 14th, I believe. But this reading is for the entirety of the month of September 2019, or whenever the reading may find you, right? As always. Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins, Two of Earth, an energy of juggling, managing to keep one's balance, maybe having many commitments, many things on your plate at once, having to balance your time, your resources, your finances specifically, your energy in general, but managing to do so successfully, right? But nonetheless, at the center of your reading, Aquarians, this energy, this character here is divided among many different areas, many different tasks. So they can be distracted. They are certainly multitasking, right? So we want to be aware of that, to see that. Star card, your card, wants to show Aquarians, suggesting to me that maybe this is something that is generally true of you. The Aquarian collective, the Aquarian Lunartics collective, right? That you are distracted because you're trying to multitask quite often. Or for others of you, it is specific to a time of deep and lengthy healing for you. And so maybe you feel you have much on your task, on your plate, on your task list, your plate at this time, because you are helping others through a deep and lengthy healing, going through a deep and lengthy healing of your own. And so there are many demands on your time in your external world, as well as in that internal or more private healing journey, right? You have the Nine of Fire and the Six of Fire showing now as well, Aquarians. The 9 and 6 of Wands, rods. The Magician is showing up in your near future in its reverse position. Someone feeling like they can't take action in some way, don't have all the tools that they need to take action and or to manifest what it is that they truly want. Your advice is to be finished with something, to be finished with a painful negative cycle in your life. Even though it may have to be a painful ending in order to see that completion of that cycle, in order to see you done with something. The bottom of the deck is the Lover's card. So we're possibly talking about a Gemini who's significant to you, or possibly Aries as well. I do see Gemini energy twice. So in the near future, someone may be lacking the will to take action because they are, specifically for a few, because they are missing a Geminian energy, or again, possibly an Aries energy. I also see someone nearing the end of a spiritual cycle, but looking over their shoulder, fearing that the worst may return from their past experiences, or possibly knowing that they need help. They need to accept help that's being offered, or ask for the help that they need even. Yeah, what I see is that you are feeling that you need to delegate some of your tasks at this time. As I said, you have much on your plate, and it is probably the result of a recent victory or win in your life, receiving some type of recognition for work well done, celebrating victoriously, having won attention, praise, possibly a promotion, or just recognition, but it put many new tasks on your plate, or one too many tasks on your plate, right? And this is why we see you juggling, as I said, your energy here, your time, maybe your resources too, and there's an anxious part of you that fears that you're not going to be able to keep this up, and that you may need to delegate some of those tasks out to other people. This is about you choosing a new path, perhaps embracing a Geminian part of your birth chart, perhaps. Gemini's ruling planet Mercury is in Virgo with the Sun and Venus and Mars at this time. But we have, I feel we have Gemini and Aries energy here in the near future. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Gemini and Aries energy. So I wouldn't get too hung up on the signs if they don't resonate. But if they do, because they're particular parts of your chart that you've been paying attention to, or particular energies around you that you've been interacting closely with, very interested in for one reason or another, yeah, then I think these messages are particularly relevant for you in that case. But this is, as I said, this reading is about you choosing to walk a new path, and likely walk a new path with a new partner. Maybe a lover, but maybe a business partner, maybe someone who can be one of the someones that you delegate out some of these tasks to, since you're feeling like you need to ask for help, or, as I said, maybe just accept help that's already been offered for some of you. But you do need some type of help, some type of assistance. So whether you are going to partner with the divine, the multiverse in a new way, learn to just ask them to relieve you of those things that you feel burdened by, trust that can alleviate some of the pressure on you, have new faith in that, or partner with someone like YouTube or something like that, or an actual partner of some kind, again, whether it's in your romantic life, your personal life, as a roommate, a business collaborator, right? There is a new path with help on it that you can choose to walk at this time, and I think a lot of you are going to, in order to rule your life in a more manageable way, conserve your energy. I really see you juggling and just not feeling like you can keep it up for that much longer. You have seen victories, you have seen wins, and now too much is being asked of you because of that. You have made it through certain battles in the recent past, some of you, and so maybe are asking too much of yourself at this time, thinking that you can do more, you can do more. You may have put all of these tasks on your own plate. And I think, that's what we need to be done with here. That's the advice, is to be finished with this. This is a negative cycle where you're not leaving enough time for yourself or someone in your life. There's a reason why you don't feel like you have everything that you need in the near future, all the tools that you need to take action. For a lot of you, this is going to be just not having enough time and energy. But there's some resource, there's some tool you're missing. And yeah, I see for a lot of you that it's this help, it's this partner, it's this new path, it's this relying on delegating some tasks out, and it's this this energy. There's this sense of your energy and time just being so depleted, and you have to stop running yourself down. It's going to come to a painful ending one way or another. You're right. You are not going to be able to keep this up forever, right? Ultimately, what you see in the more distant future is a plethora of choices. So I think that by deciding to own the fact that you can only be responsible for so much and walk this new path, which has help on it, as I said, either from a partner of some kind or the divine, or some sort of platform that acts as someone you can partner with, right? As a result of deciding to walk that path, then many new paths open up to you. There are many different options, even perhaps so many that you're confused, you're unsure which one to choose. So it really opens doors for you, opens the world up if you choose that path. If you do not, then we see, if you don't walk this path where you get some help with what you know you need help with, then you know, that feels like a really stubborn energy here. And in that case, you go from not being able to take action because you don't have enough of the time or energy that you need, you don't have the help that you need to take the action you want to take. This ending gets more and more painful the longer that takes. And ultimately, in the more distant future, by the end of the month, or even moving into next month, which would be October at this time, right? You decide to indulge in escapism of some sort. You decide to put your head in a book or in a Netflix series, overindulge in fantasy, daydreaming, come up with fantastical ideas to rearrange your future, to distract you from the one that you've been building on that doesn't seem to work without this help that you're stubbornly refusing. Maybe even indulging in alcohol or another drug, or a toxic relationship that's simply a codependency, that's just simply something to distract you, or overindulging in celebrating and spending time with friends. All things that can be very positive activities, right? But when we overindulge, too much of anything can be a bad thing, right? So you can see, Aquas, that the message is really about urging you and encouraging you toward going ahead and creating this albeit, yes, somewhat painful ending yourself, so that it doesn't just continue to get more and more painful. I really am sensing that from the Aqua energy right now, that it's just, that there's just some stubbornness and not wanting to accept help from someone, not wanting to ask for help from someone, not wanting to have to delegate out your tasks, but at the same time feeling anxious about the notion of not being able to continue to juggle all that's on your plate yourself. You just only have so much energy, only have so much time, and this victory and this win in the recent past, it feels like it is yours for a lot of you, but for some of you, this may be someone else who you paid some recognition to, and they may not have handled their win, their victory, as their recognition, their praise, as humbly as you would have liked to see them do. And at the same time, this may be the person whose help that you need. You may have paid them praise and recognition for having skills in something that could aid you, right? So it'll shake out slightly different for everyone, as the timing will, because it's fluid. But if anyone needs a personal reading, if you are interested in purchasing a personal reading from me, my name is Aze, and the email address is LunarticksTarot@gmail.com. Information about all of the personal readings can be found down below in the description box, where you can also find information about the decks that I use. This is the Radiant Rider-Waite. And you can find links to go ahead and order those personal readings down below as well. But if you would rather talk to me about your reading options, what type of spread or interest area, astrological information you want me to take into consideration, right? So that'll work for me too, or you can just follow a link. If you do need information on which readings, there's everything from a 1-question reading to a 90-minute reading. So again, the information is below. Thank you so much to all of you who contribute to Lunartics Tarot and all of the ways that you do. Aquarians, I love you, and I will post another reading for us as soon as I can.